The recording, Divya.
Thank you, Hardik. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone joining in from wherever you're from. My name is Divya Navle. I'm 2003 A4PS 297, and I'm very excited to welcome you all to the next webinar as a part of the BITSAA Sahaaya series we have been doing since 2020, actually. We started the Sahaaya initiative at BITSAA International almost 3 years ago. And it has been amazing to host a number of amazing speakers as a part of this whole process. But I think today is very special, especially because I know Raji personally myself. So she's, of course, a BITSian. I know her since my first year at college. So it's very exciting to obviously, host her as a part of the series. And I think Raji has a very interesting background, especially because she's one of us. She's a BITSian. She had 15 years of corporate experience before she actually moved towards a career, in fact, in yoga and holistic living and basically talking about how we can live stress-free lives and also improve our health through various different ways, including plant-based food. So I'll quickly introduce Raji a little more formally before I bring her to speak. For any other purposes, if you are looking to kind of, we will have a Q&A session at the end, but if you are like through the presentation, you have a question, please feel free to use the chat and add in your questions there. So Raji Vivek is a certified yoga therapist who finds joy in helping others lead a holistic, stress-free life. Having worked in the tech industry for 15 years, she realized that a calm and balanced mind is the key to a healthy life. We are all realizing it, right? Raji actually now holds a Master of Science in Yoga from the Swastika University. She has a diploma in yoga therapy from the Yoga Vidya Gurukul, and of course, a BE honors in computer science from BITS Pilani. Over the past 4 years, she has trained hundreds of adults as well as children in the path of holistic yoga. Nominated as Daman Hero in 2019, she has designated corporate wellness sessions in the UAE, where she currently lives, which is focused specifically on stress relief. She's deeply passionate about yoga philosophy, and she spreads the awareness through her talks. So we are lucky to have you here today. And I think you organize therapeutic yoga classes addressing various chronic ailments. But of course, we're really excited to also see a yoga demo from you today, just as a part of Holistic Wellbeing. So thoroughly convinced that yoga, along with a whole food, plant-based lifestyle, helps in the prevention and reversal of diabetes or any other diseases. Raji conducts wellness workshops in association with Shar in India. So I think it's very interesting, background overall. But thank you, Raji, for making time to be able to talk to us. And from one BITSian to another BITSian, thank you so much for all the amazing work you do. And over to you to talk to us about holistic lifestyle and stress-free living through yoga. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divya, for that lovely introduction. Yeah, I know Divya from dance club. We are dance clubbers. We have danced together, so a lot of history there. So am I being spotlighted? Maybe, yeah.
I'll do that. 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so this session, when Divya came with this idea, I thought, what is required? Everybody knows yoga is good, but what is lacking is how to approach it with a practical mindset, right? Practical approach to holistic well-being. So that is why I've come up with this presentation. So without much delay, let's move on to the presentation. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my slides. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Divya. So today's topic, practical approach to holistic well-being. As Divya mentioned, I'm a yoga therapist as well as a plant-based, whole food plant-based facilitator. So today's roadmap, we are going to understand what is concept of health, what is well-being, right? And from the yogic perspective, anatomy of the body and concept of dis-ease. Our natural state is being at ease, but we are not able to maintain that natural state, and the disease happens in the body. So we are going to understand it from the yogic perspective, and how can yoga therapy help, right? And here I'm going to introduce 3 live practices. So just approach it with the open mind. Yeah. And finally, we would understand how to reconnect with the nature and what is the right lifestyle for a healthy living. Okay. So first, let's understand health. Quickly type in the chat box, when you think about health, what comes to your mind? What do you think when it's if you consider health, right? So W Health Organization, World Health Organization, WHO, defines health as a state of complete uh, physical, mental, social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Why I brought up this definition is it's very important to understand that just because I do not have any disease, it doesn't mean that I'm healthy. I need that mental health, I need that social connection in order to be completely in the state of health. And so, little bit here is where the Eastern philosophy describes health as a spiritual well-being. They define that health is possible only when our spiritual angle, dimension is there. So, when you're established in your true self, only then swasthya, the true health is there. So, this is the Western and Eastern aspect of health. This understanding really helped me when I approach a holistic living. I understood all the different dimensions of health, not just physical health, right? Now, coming to the yogic anatomy, typically Western medicines, we see our body as skeletal system, muscular system, different glands and organs, right? Different systems. But the way yoga looks at your body as a whole and also in connection with the creation itself, with the universe. So the understanding of the body, what human body, what living being is made up of, that is very different when it comes from yoga. How is that? So this reference is coming from Taittiriya Upanishad. It's one of the main scriptures in the yogic philosophy, where human body is described as 5 koshas, where 5 layers. Imagine an onion. As you peel each layer, the other layer gets revealed, and finally there is nothing. So similarly, yoga defines our body, the first layer as physical layer, which is the muscles, bones, tissues, and the second layer as prana, the vital energy. Okay, so this is defined as life force. A very easy example to understand prana is you can think of it as electricity. You can see the fan, okay, you can see the light, but when you switch on, when the electricity is on, only then the fan and the light functions. The electricity is invisible, but the functioning of the devices happen. Similarly, functioning of the body, be it your sleep, your digestion, all the different functions in the physical layer happens because of this prana. This understanding changed my perspective when I looked at my energy level, my health. And the next 3 layers, mind, wisdom, and bliss. Okay, so these 3 layers are nothing but our thoughts, mental aspect, our emotions, um, discrimination, knowing right and wrong. All these form the final 3 layers. And yoga says that when all these layers are balanced, when there is no imbalance, our natural state is blissful nature. existence, consciousness, bliss. That's what we call, that is our true nature. We are always at the state of ease. If you look at any child, how it is, right? Below 5 years, they're always at ease. They are curious about the world. They are always happy, ready to, explore the next thing. Childlike curiosity is there, and that is our real state. But when we become an adult, why we are stepping out from that state and the disease happens, right? Why there is a concept of dis-ease in the body. So for this, the reference I'm taking from Yoga Vashishta. This is another important scripture where Lord Rama is asking, what is a state of, happiness, or how do I realize myself? And this is the answer given to him. So in the scripture, yoga says all the problems starts at the mind level. This we define it as Adi, which is the disturbance in the mind. And when the mind, that is the Manomaya Kosha, the mental layer of the body, when that is disturbed, there is a stress and speed that is built up in our nature, right? Why is there a stress and speed? This is a survival instinct. When we are stressed, say if we are seeing a tiger, we accumulate, we want to take action and escape. There is a fight or a flight response, right? So there is a stress. But the important thing to note is the speed aspect. There is an inherent speed. If you take any function in your body, your breathing, your heart rate, everything speeds up when you have agitation in the mind. You cannot really speak slowly. You will be speaking very fast, very loud. You will move fast, right? There is a uncontrolled speed that builds up in both body and mind. Now, when this disturbance happens in the mental sheath, mental layer, that settles down in your energy layer as a disturbance in the vital energy, disturbance in the prana. The electricity that I mentioned, there is a disturbance. Suddenly there is a blockage of electricity, there is a surge of electricity. So your body cells are confused. It is not able to maintain the homeostasis, right? The balance. So what happens when you're stressed? You will notice that you're not able to digest. There is no appetite. You're not able to even breathe. Sometimes we hold the breath, right? So all the physiological functions, there is a imbalance. So in nature, if there is a stress, if you see a tiger, you escape from the tiger, and then your body is able to relax back, right? Again, all the systems start working, your breathing becomes normal, everything. But right now in our modern lifestyle, the tiger is not external, the tiger is internal. It could be our work related stress, family related conflicts, or even like simple things like pollution, traffic, right? The modern lifestyle, we are chaining a tiger always next to us, and then we expect to live a stress free life. So, and when this repeatedly happens over the years, every day, every month, every year, this imbalance sets in your physical layer as disease. Only then the disease happens in the physical body, and this is called a psychosomatic disorder. Psycho means mind, soma means body, and this is where the solution is, it might show it as diabetes or hypertension or insomnia or mental disturbance, imbalance. Then we have to take medication. So yoga says, what is the root cause? If your body is having some disease, it's okay, medicines are helpful, it's addressing the symptoms, but the real root cause is at the mind level. So how do we control this disturbance in the mind, and how to keep our mind calm, right? So here is where yoga can offer a beautiful solution, because yoga works at the root cause, not at the symptoms. whatever bodily discomfort like insomnia or agitation, it's all the symptoms. But what is the real root cause? Again, you have to relate it back to Panchakoshas, 5 layers. And you, in yoga, we define certain practices for each of these layers. Say for the body, it could be the right food and the yogic exercises, and for vital layer, some breathing exercise. And for mind, it could be meditation, affirmations, practicing gratitude. And for knowledge, it could be sessions like this, workshop like this, being aware of exactly what is the root cause, knowing right and wrong. And the final is connecting with the nature, that is always staying connected with the existence itself, the blissful nature. So, yoga therapy, when we say yoga therapy, it is not just physical postures or exercise. We look at the body from 5 layers and address each layer. Okay, so this is the theory aspect. Now we are going to jump into the practice, and come up with 3 different practices addressing 3 different layers. So again, for the practice, have an open mind. Okay, so now we will see a simple practice to address the physical body, that is Annamaya Kosha. Okay, so if I just say relax your spine, okay, if you lie down in the bed and try to relax your spine, see the amount of relaxation you would get. But instead, let's do this exercise and then see what is happening to your spine. Okay, so we will, let me stop the share. You can turn on the video if you want. Okay, keep your spine erect, neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed. You can even roll back the shoulders. Relax your face. Take a couple of deep breaths. Now we want to relax our spine. That is our goal. So we will simply start stretching up. You can interlock. If there is no shoulder pain, you can interlock your hands and stretch up and feel the stretch in your spine. Yeah? And slowly release. This is a simple stretching up of the spine. One more time, you can interlock and stretch up, or stretch as much as you can and feel the stretch in your spine and relax. Now we will do a simple twist. You take the right hand, keep it on the left knee, and you turn at the left side and give a twist. Okay, comfortable. Keep your hands wherever it is comfortable for you. Left hand on the right knee, and just rotate your spine and look at the back. Twist as much as you can. Now combine with the breathing. Breathe in, come to the center. Breathe out, twist to the side. Breathe in, come to the center. Breathe out, twist to the side. Relax. Now we are going to do the side stretch. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand, take it up. Breathe in, breathe out. Give a stretch. Feel the stretch. Again, do as much as you can, whatever is comfortable for you. Right hand on the left knee. Take the left hand. Breathe in, breathe out. And relax. Okay. Warm up is done. Now I would like you to visualize the cat and cow movement. So if you're a beginner, you can just see First movement is I am pushing my chest forward, lower back there is an arch, and I am raising my the chin, and I am making a curve, arch of the back. So basically my spine, I am pushing the lower back, little bit my belly coming in front, chest open, looking up, breathe in, breathe out, I am making an arch. Pull the belly button in. Right? Now, once you're comfortable with the movement, I would like you to close your eyes and visualize the spine. There is the space created between each and every vertebrae as you inhale, and as you exhale, I would like you to compress, feel that compression in your spine. So I would like you to take your mind, visualize the spine, and create space as you inhale, compress as you exhale. Let's do it 3 rounds. Breathe in, lift your chest, lift your chin up. Breathe out, chin to chest, pull the belly button in. One more time. Breathe in, chest open. Breathe out, pull the belly button in. One last time. Breathe in, breathe out, release and relax and close your eyes. Sit quietly. Observe the changes in your spine. Now gently open your eyes and relax. Okay, this is a very simple stretch. We have stretched the spine up, side, twist, and forward and backward, created space in the spine. So in this exercise, what exactly we have done is created a controlled stimulation and made the relaxation deeper. Say if you want to relax time, you can just lie down in the bed and say I'm taking rest. But that relaxation won't be deeper. In yoga, we stimulate a particular area, body part where it needs healing. When we do a controlled stimulation, then we ask to relax that body part, that relaxation is much deeper. This is very different from the regular workout or running where we just stimulate the body. But in yoga, there is a concept of stimulation and relaxation. And in yoga, not just the main muscles are working. Here, even the tiny ligaments, tendons, the side connective tissues, everything gets a stretch. So even if somebody is having a slip disc or a disc bulge, by regular systematic practice of these therapeutic movements, they, even though they have a physical condition where their spine is not supporting structurally, because their connective tissues and ligaments, they are getting strengthened, they feel that there is no pain. Actually, if you take a MRI, they would show a lot of disease or bone degeneration or something. But then yoga, what it does is it strengthens the surrounding small tissues, tendons, and that's when you see that a patient who is bound in wheelchair, who won't be able to walk anymore, you will see that with the practice of yoga, they are able to walk, they are able to come out without any surgery. So such interesting situations happen because yoga works at the physical layer slightly different way than our regular exercise. Is this helpful to you, whatever I'm sharing? Little bit, yeah. Please feel
Yes,
free to, yeah. Thank you. So this is
It's
how, yeah.
I think someone is speaking.
Yes,
thanks,
Sanjay.
appreciate it. I think this is pretty useful. The only one request is subsequently, if you can give the sequence, right? When we are following, it works perfectly well. If you try tomorrow, it just doesn't work out because you forget. So if you have a sequence that you can share subsequently, it will be really useful.
Yeah. I can share the practice in a PDF or something, and Divya can share it. Yeah. No, I just
Absolutely.
wanted to know if this is something helping, because yeah. So here I just want to tell you very, very simple tips that can keep you healthy. You don't need 1 hour of yoga. So when I was in corporate, I myself suffered from cervical, the nerve pinching, and my whole hand was burning, and I couldn't use mouse or laptop. When I went to the doctor, they said, stop using your right hand, use just left hand. Then I was wondering, I'm a software engineer, what will happen to my career? There was a lot of fear and frustration whenever you get such spinal issues, posture. So, but simple tips like doing such stretches 1 to 2 hours, even within your desk, while you're taking a break from your work, and then doing this simple stretch, it keeps the pranic flow, the circulation on. So you just feel very light throughout the day, and there is hardly I experience any pain in the body, because I know how to move the body and you know take my body out of that painful state. So these are all the simple tips that works. Now, another important aspect of Annamaya Kosha for the physical body is yoga exercise is one thing, but we have something called kriyas, which is cleansing practices. Here, what we do, there are different techniques to detox the body. There are toxins that are getting accumulated. So, through uh, simple practice, like you would have heard about Jal Neti, which is the saline nasal cleansing. This was getting very popular everywhere during COVID, and this is a article in Times Now where doctors in Pune hospital, they practice Jalneti every single day so that none of their staff got COVID infection. So I myself suffered from allergic sneezing, and I went to 4 to 5 different doctors. They would just give me antihistamine, cetirizine. Whenever there is a sneezing attack, they would say that you take antihistamines. That was the only thing they were recommending, and I was taking that. But when I went to yoga ashram and I learned the simple neti, when I know that I'm going to get a sneeze attack, all I have to do is the saline nasal wash, and I'm like totally free, like completely relaxed, and you will not get a sneeze attack. Why? Because this cleansing practice, Jalneti, it reduces the viral load. So the virus gets lodged in our nasal tract, and it takes 3 to 4 days for it to multiply, and then the infection to go to your lungs and rest of the body. So during that initial state, when we do this Neti cleanse, the virus comes out of the system, so it doesn't have a place to multiply. So that is why Jalneti is very effective. And there are several other techniques, but of course, these techniques you have to learn it with a yoga expert. You cannot just do it on your own. It's better to go to a yoga therapist or a yoga institute and learn it with guidance, right? And the last aspect in the physical layer is the right food. And I'm going to dedicate a separate section for the food. So we will understand in detail about how food is helping us to heal. So this is, again, I'm emphasizing at the physical level, always learn to stimulate your joints, body, keep it light, and very supple. It is, so all you need is simple stretch. Yoga means it doesn't have to be a handstand or a headstand. It is these simple stretches throughout the day that would help you. And learn Kriya. If you're suffering from any disease, then Kriya is the first step to remove the toxins from the body and the right food. So now we will move on to the next layer, which is the energy body. Again, I will stop the share. Okay. So here we are going to understand how to stimulate the pranic layer. Prana means, understand, it's the electricity that is working. And when the electricity is cutting off, your organs, your cells are not getting the energy, right? So the first technique I would say is, you are very stressed or you are very anxious about something, right? So your body is in a stress mode. How do I bring it out? The first technique we will do is just take a deep breath in. Just say ha and sigh. This is called sighing effect. You just release sighing. This would be usually a natural response. When you hear something shocking, you will be like, that response is very natural. So we will do this 5 rounds. Relax. Now, I would like you to little bit forcefully release the same thing. Say, I can breathe in, hold my fist and breathe in. Okay, here I am doing little forceful. Can we do once again? Breathe in, breathe in, and relax. Okay. If you really notice, if you do it 5 to 6 rounds, there will be saliva that you have to swallow after this, doing this 5 to 6 rounds. That is because the saliva is secreted when there is a parasympathetic system. Say when you are stressed, your mouth will become dry. When you are coming out of that stress, right, the rest and digest response kicks in and there is a saliva secretion. So that is usually a sign that your body is relaxing. Now, to feel the pranic layer, let's do, but before we proceed, Divya, I am not able to see my screen like here. You are able to see my full view, or you can just spotlight me.
I have spotlighted you. So you are seen the whole time. Maybe Hardik or
Yeah,
someone
I'm
can
not
also
able to see.
confirm. Who do you see?
That's okay.
Yeah, Divya,
I
like
see you. I see you.
Divya, you are co-host, I think.
Yes. I
Okay.
have
So
spotlighted her, right?
I am
People see.
spotlighted.
Okay. You know what? I will
Am I
spotlight you
appearing
again.
on the big screen?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
appearing
yeah.
on.
Now,
Okay.
okay, fine. Because in recording, I think the spotlighted video would come. So
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely.
just not
Yeah.
able to see myself. So, okay. So now in the pranic layer, the second exercise I'm going to explain is the prana invocation technique. So prana is the vital force, and mainly in yoga, the vital force travels through the spine. So in this technique, we are going to combine the deep breathing and feel that the prana is rising within us. Okay, I will demonstrate once, you will see me, and then we will do it together. So just below my belly button, navel, I'm keeping the hands here. So as I breathe in, I take my hands just 1 centimeter away. I'm not touching the body, but I'm keeping it just near 1 to 2 centimeters outside. Breathe in. I feel that the prana is raising, the vital energy, and I am opening up to universe. I'm holding my breath here, and again I'm bringing my hand and I'm exhaling out. It's a very mindful practice. Do it with open mind. If you have a shoulder pain or something, you can just do it here. You don't need to take it up. But otherwise, you just start here. Okay, deep breathing. Spine is erect. Breathe in. Hold your breath here as much as you're comfortable. Now bring the hand back and breathe. Do it on your own, 5 rounds. As you breathe in, feel that the energy, all the negativity is raising up and released to the universe. And all the positive things, love, everything good is entering your body. You can have a mental connection as you breathe in. All the tension, stress, worry, everything is sent out to the universe. And as you come back, all the positive things are entering. Each and every cell is energizing. Let's do it 2 more rounds. Last round. Now take your hands and place it in your body part where you need healing. It could be your stomach. You can even lift your shirt and keep your bare hands on the skin and visualize that that body part is healing. Gently relax, sit with your eyes closed. Observe the energy level. Now, very gently, you can open your eyes. So, this is called Prana Invocation Mudra. Okay, and couple of researches have been done on this, and systematic practice, regular practice with complete awareness reduces the anxiety depression index in people. This is demonstrated by my teacher Kandarji from Yoga Point, India, Yoga Vidya Gurukul. So our university, they have done a research on this prana invocation mudra and saw people how their mental state is getting better. And why this is happening is here we are using the breath as a bridge between body and mind. If you, maybe now we are doing in a group setup, but if you sit quietly and do it on your own with complete connection to the universe, before the practice, if you are tired, just do 7 rounds and see that instantly you're filled with energy. You're able to, go and do things. So I myself personally have practiced this whenever I'm down mentally during COVID and stuff, lot of stress. When you practice this, you instantly feel that connection and the energy within you. And we also saw in the previous practice, just by breathing out through the mouth, just breathing, we are instantly shifting from the sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system. You can test it yourself. You can do just 10 rounds of ha breathing and see that the saliva is secreting and instantly you feel little better. Okay, these are practical tips at the pranic layer. Now, next we are going for the third and final practice, which is the last 3 layers. That is the mind, wisdom, and blissful body. So this is a visualization exercise, mental exercise. So you have to make sure that your seating position is very comfortable. You can take a cushion, support yourself nicely. It would be like 3 to 4 minutes. So your body should be very relaxed. And in this practice, your mind might wander away from my instructions. No problem if the mind wanders. You have to just be kind to your little wandering mind in you. Everybody's mind will wander. So what is important is to develop that compassion, self-compassion, and bring your mind back to my instructions. So in this practice, what we are going to do is visualize ourselves experiencing 2 different sensations, opposite sensation. So first, I will guide you through a desert, how your body is feeling in the heat. And later, I will guide you to the cold climate where it is freezing cold. So you use your willpower as well as your focus to visualize that you are technically there, your body is experiencing that. Okay, just try as much as you can. So we will start the practice now. So in case if your mind is wandering too much, you're not able to imagine that can happen, you can simply open your eyes and visualize, see these pictures physically, and then close your eyes and visualize that. Okay, this is just a aid. So sit comfortably with a back support, chair, cushions. Keep your hands wherever it is comfortable. Relax your shoulders. Open your chest. Inhale and relax your left leg from waist to toes. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and relax your right leg from waist to toes. Use your mind to visualize the body part. Take your attention to your left hand. Relax it from shoulder to fingertips. Relax your right hand from right shoulder to right fingertips. Relax your abdomen. Relax your chest. Relax your spine. Relax your neck, face, and head. Your whole body is relaxed from head to toe, toes to head. Now take a deep breath in Feel the whole body is expanding as a whole. As you breathe out, relax the whole body. Once again, take a deep breath in. As you relax, release the whole body. Now take your attention to the tip of the nostrils. Feel the breath going in through your nostrils. Feel the breath going out through your nostrils. Become aware of every breath, incoming, outgoing. Now visualize that you're walking in a hot desert, scorching sun. Your feet is burning, sand is so hot. You feel very thirsty. Your whole body is feeling dehydrated, very, very hot. Your mind is wandering towards water to quench your thirst. You are observing your mind, searching for water, struggling with the heat, your body. You're just observing. Now gently bring back your mind to your body. You're coming out of the desert. Now visualize that you're entering the cold mountains, Himalayas, filled with snow. Your body is shivering. Your spine is shivering. Chilling sensation in your spine. Your toes getting numb. Fingers getting numb. Your skin becoming very dry. Observe your mind. Your mind wants to go to a hot place. It needs some warm blanket. It is searching for a blanket. You are just observing your mind. Now gently come back to your body. You withdraw yourself from the cold climate. Now once again, observe the breath. Observe the silence in you. Stay in the silence. Become one with the silence. Merge into the silence. Now gently become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body sitting on a chair. Become aware of your surroundings. Now slowly bring your palms, cover your eyes. Gently open your eyes inside the palm. Be aware of the light outside and open your hands. Very slowly come out of this practice. So in this short exercise, we were focusing on the breath. In case if your mind wandered from my instructions, this is what we just did. We were focusing on our breath and we were visualizing the opposite sensation of heat and cold, and we were just watching our mind as an observer. During heat, what our mind wants. Our mind wanted cold water. During the cold, our mind wanted a warm blanket. Nothing was real. All these sensations were imaginary. But here we could see what our mind wanted in this situation, right? So we were able to see and we were able to come back to the neutral state, develop that equanimity of both heat and cold. I am just observing my mind. You're coming back to that neutral state, and we gently try to stay in that silence for very briefly for few seconds, right? So why is this practice? Why did we do this? What is the point? So when we consciously breathe, there is a change that is happening in our thought patterns. If you normally breathe up and down without knowing that you're breathing, the mental activity is somewhat haphazard. But moment you say, now I'm watching my breath, there is a regulation at the thought level. At the mind level, there is an organized thought pattern. And the next step, we were seeing the opposite sensations as heat and cold. In reality, we would never experience heat and cold together. We would either go to a hot place or we would go to a cold place. But here we were doing both. That means our brain, this is a new tricky situation. So it is creating some new nerve connections. When you're doing this imagination, imagine the tiger, whatever you are thinking, your body thinks it as a real thing. If the threat is physical, then your body reacts it like that. If a threat is just in your mind, even then the body stimulates the same stress response. So here we are stimulating our brain to make it visualize both opposite sensation, which is totally new. And this small exercise, what it does is, when you are highly stressed, your body can immediately switch and relax it, right? So you are able to achieve a relaxed state even in negative experience or positive experience. It is not like you will have only positive experience. Even positive experience is too much excitement is not good. Yoga is all about balance. When the mind is too happy also, it is an issue. When the mind is too sad is also, it is an issue. What yoga wants us is the evenness, the balance of the mind. Samatvam yoga uchyate. And all these mental visualization practices develop that neural connections in our brain. Okay. So this is a very powerful technique to bring your mind to a balanced state. And you might say, all these exercises looks very simple. Really, can I change my personality? Because many of my students will say, all that is fine, Raji, but by nature, I'm a very angry person. And the best example is myself. I used to be very agitated, very restless, very confused. But now naturally, there is a clarity. I'm able to do things that I love. There is a lot of, doing something greater, right? Working for some higher purpose. All this change has happened. So yes, I would say we can really change our thought patterns. It is a inside job, peace of mind. And this particular study I would like to highlight on Vipassana, which is on the breath and body sensations. These practices slow the brain activity and lessen the intrusion of negative thought. If you continuously, systematically practice yoga every day, you realize that there is always you are positive, and slowly people around you pick that positivity from you. You become that positive charge, but it takes time. Okay, but definitely this change is happening. And being grateful. In yoga, there is a concept called Pratipaksha Bhavana, that is cultivating the opposite. Say, for example, if I'm diagnosed with a disease, rather than the first question we all have is, why me? Why did I get this? Right? Instead, yoga is asking you to flip that negative thought or flip that thought, cultivate the opposite and see, oh, I'm still grateful. I'm still alive today. I have beautiful doctors who are supporting me. I have this yoga practice, that is, I'm grateful to this yoga practice. I'm grateful to my family supporting during this disease. All I'm doing is just flipping that negative thought, that grateful seeing, lessening the burden, right? The moment we do that, it is also changing the feel good circuits, and then it raises our baseline happiness index. Earlier for me, vacation, I had a big bucket list, travel bucket list. I need to go to Europe, US, here, there, all. Right now, my bucket list is watching a sunset. Wherever I am, watching a sunrise. My baseline happiness index has reduced. It doesn't mean my life is so dull. It is not that. It is now like a childlike curiosity. Every single moment we are in the present, we are enjoying. Right? Right now, I travel and enjoy. But earlier, that was like a goal, to-do list, go to, desire. So now that intensity has come down. So I'm just highlighting my own changes so that you know that this talk is all about practical approach, and I want to know that these simple practices, it looks simple, but it brings a profound change. Yeah. So little bit recap on 3 different practices that we did. This is the yoga therapy approach. This is different from a regular yoga class or a workout that you do. Here we see yoga from the 5 layers: the body, the physical body. Okay, we were able to stimulate and relax our body more, and we did certain techniques to stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system, or whatever changes that we want to bring in our energy level. Generally, people experience fatigue. They would have slept well, they would have ate well, still they would be so tired. Okay, that means the pranic layer is down. If we do certain practices, even like yoga nidra, which is a yogic sleep relaxation technique, that would instantly boost the energy level. So every day between 3 and 3:30 p.m. I do my yoga nidra so that it's like almost a new day started at 4 p.m. So even before this talk today, I did my yoga nidra and then came. So I'm full of energy. I don't feel that fatigue, right? And we did breath awareness, opposite sensation. We saw how it is making new neural connections in our brain. And finally, foremost, this is the essence of yoga. Yoga means becoming one, unity. You and me, we are same. We are all same, connected with the universe. So you feel this oneness with the universe. So these are very simple techniques, but if we understand the 5 layers and design our daily practices, we will definitely see that overall well-being, health is our natural state. Okay. So any questions so far? I can take few questions.
Yeah, thank you, Raji. First of all, that was amazing. Also, especially having to physically do that with you. I was so relaxed at some point, I was also like yawning, because yawning is also like a natural reaction to, just stress leaving the body. So thank you so much for that. I think there are some comments coming in saying great session. Thank you, Mayank. I guess we could definitely do a few Q&A. Anybody who'd like to ask Raji any question, please feel free to unmute yourself or even come on video if you'd like to share something. But I have one question for you, Raji, before we get started with other questions. I wanted to ask, I know you said we don't need much time. Maybe you didn't mention at some point like 20 minutes or something, but ideally, how much time should we be doing these practices? Like even through disperse through the day, what would be the time duration, and how would we actually, incorporate this as a part of our really stressful life? Because we all lead very busy corporate life at the moment. So I wanted to understand that.
Yeah, ideally 30 minutes in the morning, some kind of meditation. 30 minutes is a very good time for you to get into a meditation and come out. That is something, for that we have to wake up early. That is the only thing. I trained myself to wake up at 4:35 Brahma Muhurta. But for you, it depends. Like you can start with 5 minutes of focus on the breath, 5 minutes of prana invocation mudra in the morning, anything. Like I would say just start with 2 minute timer. So when I describe all this, everybody listens, but then they go back and say, I didn't do, I was busy. So I say, just can you get 2 minutes? Just set a 2 minute timer and do. That's it. So start with 2 to 5 minutes of breathing right in the morning. And throughout the day, as I told, learn some stretches throughout the day. Like whenever you go to restroom, you can do some stretches like this twist, right? And then, so throughout the day, you are moving. And I would prefer after you come back from work, lie down and do some guided yoga nidra practice to release that accumulated stress in the body. And if that is not something your cup of tea, then you go exercise, like do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, some asanas. It depends on where you are and what stage in your life. If you are in your 20s, 30s, then vigorous exercise helps. If you are in 40s, 50s, then little mindful practice in the evening to wind down, that helps.
Understood. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Sanjay, did you have a question? I see you were trying to come on video.
Yeah, thanks, Divya. Thanks, Raji. That was a good session. I think we are probably spread across age groups here. But my question and comment both together is, so some breathing has been known for a long time as being a very critical for well-being, and there are various multiple practices. Yoga itself, if you look at it, physiotherapy, when we see, right, a lot of it is evolving from what could be like clearly a yoga exercise. So things like that. But the question I have here is for folks who have never done yoga before, for simple stuff like breathing, how do they build the right technique and ability so that tomorrow if there is in the stress situation, can they take the few minutes and relax? Of course, it's a matter of building habit, doing it repeatedly so that you can use the technique. But how does somebody who's never done that before not say, hey, this was a good session, and then continue with up at least to some level practically? That is really the thought I was having. If you could sort of help with that.
Yeah, so when coming to breathing, I would say abdominal breathing, the diaphragmatic breathing that we say, that is the fundamental. The moment you do that, parasympathetic system activates. So you can just start with that, and then nowadays a lot of YouTube videos are there to learn from good teachers. You can definitely go to Yoga Point India YouTube channel, and our university, they have put out a lot of free videos where you can watch and learn deep breathing technique. But to start with, the deep breathing is just this. Keep your hands on your abdomen, sides of your abdomen, and imagine this is a balloon, and you inhale, you fill up. Expand your abdomen. Exhale, bring it down. As a beginner, you might find your chest is moving a lot, but to start with, what you can do, focus on the exhale, pull the abdomen in. Automatically on inhale, abdomen will come out. But do it in a very relaxed way. Do what you can. Keep your mind relaxed and then practice. So I can definitely share resources. I see Avani is here. She also be connected through Yoga Point. This is two institutes I have done yoga, SVYASA and in Bangalore and Yoga Point from Nashik. They have a lot of free videos in YouTube. You can start with that. Hope that helps.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
very
And
helpful resource.
yeah, and it's all to do with practice. See, you need to, yoga is experiential. No amount of sessions or lectures and books will help. The moment you realize how deep breathing is becoming your friend, then you would do it. Now, whenever I know when somebody else is agitated, I know I am also speeding up with them. So I just do this.
Yeah.
I just go to the separate room and then do this 3, 4 times and then go deal with that agitated person. Because right now I can sense if somebody else is speeding up, I can sense. So we develop that sensitivity. So, and we also know the moment you are aware, you know what to do. So, the main thing is the ability to pause and seeing what is happening to me. Earlier, 15 years back, before I started yoga, I don't know. I speak, I do things I don't know. But now, every single word that is coming out, every single action, it may be good or bad, but I know what I am doing. That awareness is yoga. That is my experience. Like you become more aware of your own self, and then you know where you're failing, what is your weakness, what is your strength. Then you're able to take a better approach. You fail, a lot of times you fail,
Yeah.
but you know why you failed. So, yeah, and you become confident over a period of time, all your insecurity goes away and you feel very confident. If there is a stressful situation, some inner strength will guide, and you know exactly how to come out of that situation. Yeah, just practice 2 minutes. Start with a 2-minute timer.
Perfect.
Definitely it works.
Sounds good. Thanks, Raji. So that's very helpful. Yeah, we would really appreciate some resources. What we could also do is basically send the resources as part of, I think within YouTube also you can upload these resources if you can put it as a Google Doc. And then put the link in the YouTube description for the video itself. So then they know that you've also provided resources and it redirects to the link there. So we'll do that. The YouTube link should be up by tomorrow latest. Thank you, Raji, for taking the time out. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me when I say that this was super useful. And I know that, this is the start of, for some people, probably the start of something that will lead to much more stress-free, relaxed life. And we really appreciate all the amazing work you're doing. If you're comfortable, let us know what is the best way to reach you so that, folks can reach out to you as well. Probably your Instagram or also if you want to share, you can, provide your email in the chat as well. Other than that, I want to, also thank the team Sahaaya, who have obviously worked hard on making this webinar possible. So thanks, Hardik, and everyone else. And to everyone else attending, thank you for joining. And we really appreciate, your part in, kind of advocating for mental well-being in the BITSAA community. And if there are any questions, please reach out to us, sahaaya@bitsaa.org. At any time, we have volunteers who are always looking to help you in your mental health journey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any last words, Raji, or we can wrap up the session after that?
Yeah, if everybody has 2 to 3 minutes, I will quickly share my Sharon this thing, how you can connect with me through Insta.
Of course.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
We're still recording, so this will be on YouTube in case people have to leave. So.
Yeah. So I'm working as a Sharon facilitator. So Sharon is a social enterprise, which means sanctuary for health and reconnection to animals and nature. It is started by Dr. Nandita Shah. She received the highest civilian award for women from President Nari Shakti Puraskar, and she's a celebrated author of this book, Reversing Diabetes in 21 Days. Just reading this book changed my life. I understood whole food, plant-based lifestyle, how it could not only prevent all the chronic ailments, diabetes, hypertension, but it can also reverse, right? So she prescribes food as the medicine, right? So I work with this institute. Here we have 5-point plan to reverse any disease. So the first thing is organic and whole food. So whatever coming from nature is healing. Whatever is coming from the industry, man-made, it is causing diseases. So we recommend going completely whole food, eating straight from Mother Nature, nothing processed and nothing refined. So if to understand, if you have eaten an Oreo cookie, then you have to climb 27 flights of stairs to burn that Oreo cookie. Okay, so anything processed, you cannot just exercise and say that I'll be healthy. Your food is the first thing that needs to be looked at if you are looking at preventing diseases or reversing diseases. And the second point is being plant-based. So yoga always advocates we are herbivores. Anatomically, we do not have claws and canine teeth. So yoga always advises a sattvic diet filled with fruits, vegetables straight from nature. And we recommend no animal products, completely plant-based. That means not even milk. You might wonder why no milk. Milk and meat has the same properties. They are high in cholesterol, acidic, cocktail of hormones, and also it is filled with antibiotics. And it is the situation, the factory farming is so stressful that there is a lot of stress, hormones that is there, and the cruelty in the dairy industry. So I'm just very quickly explaining, but if you would like to understand more, simple thing is we have to go according to the nature, and in nature nobody has milk beyond infancy, right? A puppy drinks milk when it's a puppy. Once it becomes an adult, the dog doesn't need milk. So why are we having milk even in our adulthood? The question to ask is, why are we having another species milk, right? So to understand more, I suggest you go through these documentaries like Game Changers, Maa Ka Doodh, to understand Indian dairy industry, and Cowspiracy to understand the environment impact. So this is some starting points if you want to understand more on plant-based lifestyle. And in case you have more questions, I do a lot of events, lot of awareness workshops in collaboration with other Sharan members. I have an oil-free challenge coming up. We teach you how to make puri, vada, everything without a drop of oil. And I do yoga workshops, hormonal balance, I'll be doing in September. And I'm also do a 14-day dairy-free challenge where you eat curd, milk, ice creams, cheese, everything, but it would not involve cow's milk. So we will handhold you through these 14 days and teach you how to do that. And also, if you have questions on protein, calcium, nutrition, I have a course coming up on where do you get your protein. And in Sharan, we do consultations. So if you're looking at reversing disease, better to get in touch with us. And the best way, as Divya asked, is my Instagram at Yoga with Raji Vivek. You can directly DM me. Also, you can be in touch with Sharan India for any updates on these events. So quick recap on Sharan lifestyle. We follow whole food, plant-based, and completely organic because pesticides are causing cancers and disrupting hormones. And because we are not living in nature, in modern lifestyle, we don't get abundant sunlight or the bacteria. So for vitamin D and vitamin B12, we highly recommend supplements. You can check your levels and then supplement accordingly. All these details are in our website. So really, I hope everybody connect back to your mother nature for the healthier version. And just to conclude with yoga and right food, healing happens. This is Swami Shivananda, who is 127 years old. And when he was asked, what is your secret for the long, healthy life? He said, I eat very simple, oil-free, no milk, and daily practice of yoga. So I hope this talk inspires all of you to look at your life, daily life, and see what small changes you can bring so that the healthy well-being is yours. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Raji. I'll go for another round of Q&A if somebody wants to ask questions, but otherwise that was also very insightful. I think it's also very important to also look at what we put in our body. And I think that is something that we all need to start looking at. So looking forward to see if I can join one of your challenges which are coming up. So I'll look forward to that.
Please, yeah.
And thanks again. And looks like we don't have any questions anymore. I'll call it a night and look forward to connect with you in the future as well.
Bye. Yeah. Thank you everyone. So much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.